Now, y'all know we didn't have an income tax at all prior to 1913. 1913 was kind of a watershed year in the U.S. 1912 was the election of Woodrow Wilson, our first socialist president. And there are a number of things happened to us in 1913 that changed the landscape of America. The 16th Amendment, which gave us the income tax. The 17th Amendment, which changed the way that senators were selected for Congress. And then the Federal Reserve Act, which created our counterfeiter du jour. Now, how were they able to do this? Well, let's deal with the income tax. This was the original tax schedule. So these are our marginal tax rates here. So if you were single, the first $3,000 in income was exempt. Married couple, the first $4,000 was exempt. Now you get over $3,000, and then for the next $20,000, you paid 1% of that. For income that you're making between 20 to 50, you'd pay a 2% rate. And then it'd stair-step up to 7%. Now, if those brackets and the exemptions were adjusted for inflation, I didn't adjust these. This is the schedule they created. This is the adjustment. If you're a single individual, you didn't pay a penny in tax unless you made over $53,500. If you were married couple, you wouldn't pay anything in tax unless you made over $71,343. And then you would start paying at the 1% rate for the next $356,000 in income. You'd never pay that top 7% rate unless you made over $9 million. Wouldn't even get there. This is how socialists work. It's always class warfare. It's always jealousy, envy, and greed is what their game plan is based on. And so they got to pit people against one another constantly if they're going to succeed, and that's what they're doing. Well, they were able to get this thing through because it doesn't apply to me. It's all those rich people. They're going to pay this. You know, so those rich people out there are going to pay. Well, not so much anymore. This is the 2015 income tax schedule for a single individual. 10% is the lowest rate, bigger than the highest rate on the original. And then it stair steps up. I left off in this schedule the exemptions, but if you add up the exemption and the deduction for a single individual, it was about $10,000. So taxes over this time have gone up. Well, why? Well, they've got to go up because spending has gone up. You got to get some money out, you know, and from people. And as they continue to do this, you know, doesn't really matter what any of these guys say, the taxes are going to go up.